It's a Portland facility that's supposed to help recovering addicts. So why is drinking and drug use allowed inside?
It does require a certain amount of tolerance, I think, that a lot of people would look at and criticize.
There have been over 500 police calls to the Bud Clark Commons over the last year. So tonight we're asking the people who run it, are they being too tolerant? Welcome, everyone, to KOIN 6 News at 11. I'm Kelly Day.
And I'm Jeff Gianola and Kohr Harlan live there tonight. Kohr, some say there's even drug dealing going on inside the building. So how can the managers say this program is working?
Well, the manager, the man who runs the Bud Clark Commons behind me here, says a vast majority of the people who are staying here are either in programs to improve their mental health or break their addictions. Now, having said all of that, we asked him tonight, when you do allow drug and alcohol use behind closed doors here, are you really helping to fix the problem? You are housing drug addicts, right? And that does bring with it a lot of police calls and other issues, right?
Yeah, and so we have been working very closely with the police, and we want to make sure that people live by the rules inside.
But the rules can be hard to enforce on a population of previously homeless people living at downtown Portland's Bud Clark Commons. Steve Rudman oversees the 130 apartments here, and he admits that some residents are probably using drugs while they're here. But he says they stay, even if they're using, as part of a housing first treatment policy that follows a very simple concept.
The best way to deal with people who suffer from chronic homelessness is to house folks and then have them work on their issues.
Housing First has worked in other cities, reducing homelessness in Utah by 74%, saving Boston thousands of dollars in health care and public safety costs, and keeping many people off the streets for good. But that progress has come with a price in Portland. Police calls, many involving drug activity. Portland Police Chief Mike Reese threatened to file a nuisance complaint against Bud Clark Commons earlier this month if things don't change. Now, does that mean this program is not working when you're essentially, providing a hand up to people who continue to use in apartments and stuff like that?
This harm reduction notion basically is the way to, we think, and research shows, is the way to address these, severe chronic problems.
It's worked for me.
There are success stories in the glow of the fire department emergency lights here. Kenneth Meckles says without support he's gotten here, he would likely be back out on the streets. Is this concept working here?
We believe it is. We think that there's been a lot of success at Bud Clark Commons. There are challenges and issues. It's a 24/7 operation, but frankly, given the alternatives, we think this is the best approach.
In downtown Portland, Kohr Harlan, KOIN 6 News.